They say there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who find themselves, and those who create themselves. Are you looking for purpose, or deciding it for yourself? Will you plunge waiting for someone to catch you, or will you jump and build your wings on the way down? Seek a path, or carve a path. Wait for the future, or build it. What is a school but a set of walls waiting for greatness? And who are you but someone destined to achieve it? Here, between the street and the jungle, against time and tide, we push and pull just like the currents. Our ocean of dreams will meet the odds ahead and rise above it all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the championship game of the University of Guam Triton's Men's Basketball League playoffs. Tonight we have the KFC Bombers versus Team Gatorade. I'm Fred Peters, joined by Frank Cruz on color commentary. And Frank, we've seen these teams play throughout the year. This is the culmination of the league. What are you looking for tonight?
Well, it's playoff basketball, so we know that Team Gatorade hasn't had their best game yet against the Bombers. So I expect them to come out aggressive, shooting, just playing good old playoff basketball. But I also expect Bombers, a lot of seasoned players here, to respond well. So it's going to be a really good game, Fred.
That's what we're hoping that like a championship game should be this whole year. The Bombers are 11-0, haven't had a single game in less than double digits.
Yep.
Their closest game of the year was against Team Gatorade, 118-108 victory last month. On the other hand, Team Gatorade has not had any single-digit games. They've had 2 losses to the Bombers, and every other game's been up in double digits.
Yep. Bombers, although also have, they're well-rounded. They've got at least 5 players that can score double digits at any time, obviously led by Carl Sanders and Divine Cox. But, so they've got a lot of players now on Team Gatorade. We know J.P. Cruz is going to light them up on the outside, and Joe Blas is back now on Island. He had a really good game last game. But I look forward to seeing Willie Stinnett and the young high school player Matt Fergiger.
Yeah,
he's going to have to play big. He's going to be up against those guys. So he's going to have to grow up real quick tonight. And if they're going to win, I think Matt Fergiger has to have a really good game of just controlling the inside, doing what he can do best.
Probably a double-double.
Yes,
for them to hang. One of the strong points amongst many things with KFC is their rebounding. I was looking at the stats from last night's game. They played UOG. They won 118-87 last night.
Mm-hmm.
Out-rebounded UOG 67-29.
Wow.
And, that is, you're almost a 38 plus 38. You're probably never going to lose the game when you're plus 38. Mm-hmm. For Team Gatorade to hang in there, that rebound margin is either has to be even.
Yes.
Or not getting out rebounded by double digits anyway.
And they've got some savvy veterans, Sevi Sasuiko. He'll crash the boards along with them as well. So I see Sevi coming on in and trying to control, use his experience and to control the boards as well. You're spot on. They're going to need to control the boards because all of those KFC guys are able to rebound and get up there and put a ball.
They do. And I noticed when looking at the stat last night, I didn't see a single guy in double digits on rebounds, but they had almost everybody had a 9 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 5 rebounds. Their point guard had, all throughout the line. Their tallest guy, Revis Henderson, he had 8 rebounds, and it's such a team effort with them. There were we did UOG so much. I'm thinking of UOG.
Yeah.
For Team Gatorade, their guards, Willie Stinnett and Joe Blas, certainly can rebound the ball. Mm-hmm. I don't know that they really need those 3 or 4 guys. I don't know if Matt shows up here tonight. Mm-hmm. Now he's still in high school.
Yes.
he may have homework. Matt may have had practice tonight with Coach Pelkey.
Oh, that's true.
But if he shows up, that would certainly help Team Gatorade on the rebound, and it's such a critical part of the game. All those are extra possessions you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As far as You know, defense-wise, every game, I believe we've did 2 KFC games early this year, 100% man-to-man.
All the way.
Coach Jerry Barnes has been doing this a long time. He's been here over 40 years, I believe. We had him on as a guest one night, and I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yeah.
But the staple of it's, sharing the basketball. Rarely ever has a player score over 25 points just because they share it so well.
That's
I mean,
right.
you may have last night they had 5 guys in double figures, no one over 22 points. Carl Sanders, as you mentioned, and Team Gatorade, they're going to face some pressure man-to-man defense, and it's probably going to be very physical.
Yeah. They had 10 steals last night, Team
Okay.
KFC Bombers, so they are pretty aggressive on the ball. So
Sure.
yeah, they've got some veteran ball handlers on the Gatorade side, so I don't see the same type of turnovers on Gatorade. They'll have to control that ball, get some good shots. JP's going to have to be hot.
Right. JP Cruz, I'm looking for a big night from him tonight. Now, of course, with that man-to-man defense, KFC will run guy after guy at him. Probably try to get very physical with him.
For sure.
Early going, depending on the referees obviously set a little bit of the tone. Are they going to let? It's a championship game with all these guys are grown men going at it. How much of the physical stuff would you let go?
Yeah. And Barnes knows all the players from Guam, the Gatorade team. So he's telling his players what to look out for and so forth. So unfortunately for the Team Gatorade, most of the guys on the KFC Bombers are new to the island. They've just been transitioned. There's a couple of them that were here from the last team.
A couple of them, sure.
Yeah, but who to pin down? You just got to box out everybody.
Everybody, really, because they will have 5 guys will go to the boards, and it's just it's an advantage they have. A lot of these guys have been around. When we were talking to Coach Barnes, he said it's very unusual that a player would play with them more than 2 years. Rarely there will be a 3-year station out here, but for the most part, these guys are stationed here for 2 years and then rotate to the next duty station. So, maybe it's possible. I look at going back to my coaching days team when Willie Stinnett and Irv Jose and J.P. Cruz, when these guys were younger. In a lot of cases, these guys have played together 10-plus years.
That's correct.
Willie's been a member of the national team since 2005.
That's correct.
Sevy the same way. So, could be a slight advantage there. I mean, just being used to the tendencies of everybody. J.P. Cruz certainly has been on the national team the last 8 to 10 years himself.
And they play a lot of outside leagues all together, different teams.
Sure.
They definitely know how to gel together. So I don't see that being a problem. I see just that, they're going to be as athletic as the KFC Bombers and keep up with them. And that's going to be the big telltale sign. If they can rebound, and they're going to get their shots. They're going to get some good shots. And then when they get fouled, they'll have to make sure they put away those free throws. Every free throw is going to count today.
It's going to be big. I really look for this to be a tight game. And one of the things that we've talked about all year is it seems like whichever team gets that quick start, it requires the other team to expend a lot of energy. Doesn't mean the game's over, but you get down 10 points, 12 points in the first quarter.
Yes.
How much energy do you have to expend to get back in the game? So. KFC would seem to have an advantage there. They got I see 10 guys out there now. They may have more eligible, whereas Team Gatorade right now only has 7 guys on the floor. Hopefully, some more of their guys get here.
They're going to need them. So,
And I would say one thing in their advantage when they played earlier. Joe Blas had a hamstring injury earlier in the year, and from what he's saying, it's completely healed up. Joe's at 100%. He was taking treatment and. So they're going to need a big game from him, not just on the scoring department, but as a rebounder too.
I just see Gino Hahn out there as well, another veteran player. He can line him up quick on the outside too. So
Gino gets open. Yeah, I mean he's got
a really good
I believe his birthday.
Yeah,
just I'll
today.
just say this.
That's
Coach
true.
Hahn, I know I'm older than
Happy
you, but
birthday!
I believe Gino turned 45 today.
Yeah,
and I will tell you he was probably the most in shape 45-year-old on Guam that I know of. Certainly
for
better
sure.
than
For
I
sure.
was at 45.
Yeah.
But that's critical for them because I see guys out there like A.J. Carlos, James Stake, Merwin Martin played last night, and that's your subs. That's given Gino, or as I still like to call Coach Han. He coached a number of years at Simon Sanchez High School. He'll come in and give you those backup minutes. Willie Stinnett needs a 2-minute break. Gino Hahn's in there to do that. He's not going to turn the ball over. Plays smart defense. If he's open on a three, he'll knock it down.
Yep. James Stake as well. You know,
same thing.
James Stake will light him up outside. Good ball handler. He plays great
That's
defense.
Right. It's those role player minutes. You know, you have to have that on any team. And so now I'm seeing. I guess they have 8 guys out there now. I'm sure that they are missing Matt Vergerger, just with his sheer size. I mean, Matt's a legit 6'8". You know, it really helps out on the boards. And
they've got everybody but Matt here, so there must be something up. Hopefully, hopefully it's not an injury. Hopefully it is something
I don't see. I seen Matt last Saturday, and he looked good. So 3 days ago, he didn't seem to be injured. However, I do know the high school season has started, and Matt
the
being
practice at least. The games haven't started yet.
The games have not started for IIAG or DOE. Practices have. So, you know, FD being just down the road, I'm sure Coach Eddie Pelkey may want to have had Matt at practice. So
yeah, I'm sure it's a priority. But you know, Coach Eddie Pelkey and Coach EJ Calvo, they communicate. They know each other well.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I'm sure there's you know, something else. I have to believe that this is going to be a great experience for Matt if he's here. So I hope he doesn't walk in.
You being in high school, getting to play against this competition. I mean, that's how you get better. But we'll see. I really believe to win this game that Team Gatorade probably needs JP Cruz in that 30 to 35 point range because he's such a offensive weapon for him. They look to him. JP is just a master of the shot face, getting himself to the free throw line, drawing contact. And if he's doing that tonight, Team Grade, this is going to be a close game.
I'm just trying to send a quick message to Matt's dad, John Fergiger, find out where he's at.
Yeah,
I know John very well, and
they need your son here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Where's your son at? I holler to my new golf group, which John Fergiger plays with, and really good golfer. But yeah, you know, and his dad is one of the biggest fans of basketball, no matter who's playing, as we all know. Well, we got 3 minutes to game time here. I'm getting excited.
Yeah, man, it's got some people in here tonight, getting a little crowd in here. It's what championship basketball ought to be. I mean, this is the foremost league on Guam, and these two teams are the best teams out there. I do see Faith Thompson. I know one of the veteran Faith has done more games here. Who are the other referees?
Well, let me see here. I can't see Faith.
I know Faith's close to us, and Faith.
Matt Grant. Matt Grant's the other one, and Dominic.
Dominic Gadea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, those three have did a lot of games here. They know all the players.
Yeah.
I'm
Dominic
sure they know
and
the
Faith just finished coming back from the Pacific Games.
Pacific Games.
And Matt was a huge pickup for GBC. He's a veteran official. Started off in Korea, and he goes back and forth. They hire him. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's flying back to officiate that tournament.
Yeah, that's one of the things you mentioned earlier. I knew that KFC was going to represent as Anderson and when they play in those military tournaments over there. But they're getting ready to leave Island. So, as you were saying, when are they leaving?
They leave at 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. So the game ends around 10. They got their bags packed already.
Goodness. I mean, that's a tight
3 hours.
schedule.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're leaving on a MAC flight or commercial airlines,
well,
but either way, they've got enough time to take a quick shower and get to the airport.
Barnes is saying they got a Christmas tournament over there, and then
wish them well.
I believe will they have their March Madness this year?
They will, and they're not calling it March Madness.
That's right, because
of the
copyright
trademark rules and so forth. So they're calling it. I forget what they're calling it.
Coach Barnes will come
up
with
it's got a good
spring tournament. Or something.
Exactly, and that's great. Then we get some teams from off island over here. Another great tournament.
Back in my playing days, that was really one of the highlights of the year.
Yes.
They would get teams from
Osan.
Osan. Certainly Osan won it a number of years. Kadena would always bring a team in here. Camp Humphreys for, sometimes, but yeah, there was great competition up there, great venue, and as well as quite a few of the local teams are playing that too.
That's
Team
right.
Gatorade mostly.
Yep.
Some of the things upcoming for a lot of these guys will be playing in Hong Kong, I believe. Team Guam is playing in a FIBA tournament.
February 23rd.
Is that in Hong Kong? Or
no, okay. Hong Kong. Yeah, there will be a game in Hong Kong, and then
so
New Zealand will be
that's
here.
That's not
on
too far off. I mean,
February 23rd.
A couple months off.
Yep.
So, this is going to be just a great test for them. See how far they are. When we had E.J. Calvo on, Coach E.J. Calvo one time, and he was mentioning that right now they're doing about 3 practices a week over at the National Center. They've been playing 2 games a week. And then of course putting in they do beach workouts, they do CrossFit, they do several different types of workouts. So, while it may not be their ultimate goal as far as with the FIBA tournament, this is certainly going to be a good test, and you got to have competition if you're going to get any better.
You have to. And really excited for the Guam team there as they get prepared for that. And, we've got a couple of sponsors. I wanted to, obviously KFC sponsoring the Bombers, and Gatorade. Thank you, John, tonight for sponsoring Team Guam and Team Gatorade. So
it all goes into it, without the sponsors. And I'll tell you, I love those uniforms. That G it reminds me of Team Guam. But
exactly.
I think it's for
Gatorade.
Fit. But
it's a perfect fit.
It is. And Gatorade, thanks to John tonight and Team Gatorade getting looking sharp. And KFC, of course, sponsoring the team from Anderson. So, looks like getting ready to kick it off here. Some of these numbers are not the same as.
Let's see here.
But we'll try to.
22 is not. Okay, it is.
We'll try to get it straightened out here. I know number 24 is Revis Henderson. He'll be jumping it up. We may have to get Alanica to adjust our scorecard here. Okay, Sevi Sasuika going up, and Team Gatorade controls opening tip. Gonna see, going out in their usual man-to-man here. Okay, got Irv Jose up here looking for Sevi on top. It's a pretty good possession. I like the ball movement on this. Willie Stinnett, open 3, didn't get it. And there's Anders just sending wave after wave to the boards. Okay, here's number 22 coming down. For 7, good rebound by Sevi Sasuiko pulling down a board. So Joe trying to get to the hoop. Okay, Joe Blas.
That's Joe Blas's
Classic
game.
Joe, drawing contact, going to the hoop hard.
Yep.
It looks like it appears they're calling it on the floor.
Yep.
Okay. Irv Jose quarterbacking it out here. Nice move, good kick out. Oh, here's JP. If he can get off
look.
early.
Oh, he was just too
clean
open.
Look, beautiful kick out. Just not quite maybe in the flow of the game yet. But yeah, outstanding pass, outstanding look. Good defense. Joe Blas with the
turnover.
Joe Blas caused the steal, deflection there. Let's see, Willie taking it to the hoop.
Oh, another turnover.
Yeah, turnover on this end. Running back. KFC with the guy down. Let's see what they do.
Way out there.
That's a little off. Sitting right behind it. Okay, JP cleaning up the boards. They may have some numbers here if they can get it up the court. There's Sevi Sasuiko running the court. And what did they call?
You got a foul. I think he's pushed off in the back or something.
Revis Henderson appears to have picked up the first foul. Number 24, That's something to keep an eye on. Revis just graduated from, I believe he was homeschooled, but he played for Harvest in the 2018 season. So, certainly I guess this would be his first year out of high school. And it's been a nice pickup for the KFC Bombers.
Oh, plays big on the boards. He does.
He does. He's had some real nice games. Really expanded his. And
the first point, Sevi Sasuiko, the gold medal 3-on-3 from the Pacific winner.
Games, gold medalist there. Also a gold medal in the previous 2015. The team was Where was the Pacific Games at in 2015?
It was in PNG.
PNG,
Yeah.
okay.
I was there for that one. This was their first gold medal in many moons. So.
Many years.
Yep.
Looks like they got Willie. Over the back on that.
Is that is that Vincent?
Is that Vincent Hill?
Yep.
So Vincent tonight he's wearing number 25. Okay.
Yep.
We'll try to get these numbers figured out eventually. Revis with the putback and some of that classic Anderson rebound. They missed the first one. Revis had an attempt. And then, oh my, JP still a little cold, but he'll get going.
Yep.
Never a question of if, it's just when JP's going to light it up.
Interesting, Divine Cox bringing the ball up. He's usually the big man inside.
Yeah,
but maybe
he's certainly had some big games before. What number is Divine Cox wearing tonight?
Divine Cox is 33, I believe.
So tonight he's in number 33. He was in number 12 last game, I believe. So okay.
Oh,
see if Revis gets the throw down here.
Oops,
not quite. He put it over the rim, but but that's good defense.
Yep.
Evens it up. Well, it's a championship game. You'd expect the defense really to, step up a notch.
Jose checks in.
Little pick and roll action with Sevi Siswico. Willie. Let's see, JP, another open look.
Yeah,
got it.
There he is.
JP's getting untracked here. But that's good ball movement. They run a little pick and roll action on top between Irv Jose, Sevi Siswico to Willie for the kick out to JP. If Gators, Revis going Revis.
Oh, he's leading.
He's really been working on that shot.
Yes, he's got the 5 points.
5 early points. It's going to be tough to guard if they're going to draw Sevi Siswico, who's guarding Revis Henderson. Showing him. Looks like we got another foul on the floor, I believe.
Sounds like it's number 7. Is it 7? I think he said 7. So
number 7. Okay.
Charles Sanders.
That is their third team foul early in the game here, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Okay, good pass.
Nice
good
cut.
pass.
And
nice
pick
cut.
up another one.
Nice
Beautiful
cut by Willie
Stinnett.
Stinnett.
And was that Divine Cox? Number 33, I believe, picked up that foul.
Let's see. Yep, that's Divine Cox.
No, that would certainly be a positive if Team Gatorade could get them in a little foul trouble. We're 3 minutes into the game, basically, and Team Gatorade's shooting in the bonus the rest of this quarter. So, you always want to pay attention to those. Willie Stinnett cashing in at the free throw line. When you get guys like Willie and JP, when they're getting to the free throw line 10 or 12 times a game, it's certainly it's going to be a positive.
Yep, you add Joe Blas to that. He's going to be on that
Joe's
line
going to
soon,
get there, absolutely.
Yep, he takes it to the hole hard.
Team Gatorade really working the ball and looking very unselfish.
All right, they're trying to call it a little tight early. He got him on his arm. He did.
Is that number 10? If that's Willie's.
No, that was. I think that's Sevi. That's Sevi Siswico.
Oh, did they call it on Sevi? Okay.
Yeah, because as he was cutting through, he just kind of grabbed his arm. I saw that.
Okay.
I was wondering if he was going to call that, but I think they're trying to. The refs are trying to control it early.
Okay.
Because a game like this can get out of hand easy.
Jin Han checking into the game early for Irv.
Nice.
Trying to. Okay, good Willie. Willie working on number 22 here, and that looked like a little over the back. Okay.
Yep.
No,
he got it.
He
had the right
Jin
angle.
Han might be 45 years old, but he knows how to box out.
Yeah, he does.
Could be 70, and he'll still box out. He got the over the back, and that's a one-on-one. So that's how you convert. Convert a box out into points. It should be a one-on-one.
That should have been
an over the back, and
we should be shooting. Yep, that is a defensive foul, not a offensive.
Okay.
So, the ball was shot, so it's nobody's ball.
Looks like they're having a little discussion.
Oh,
about
they're asking who the foul
is,
but I think it should be 2 shots.
On the 5th foul. So maybe the scorer table might be asleep over there, but that may have they get possession. They just don't get the 2 free throws.
Yep.
But
and Gino would knock them both down too.
Oh, he's 90% free throw shooter. Sevy looking for a quick catch and shoot.
Nice
Good.
shot by
Sevy
Sevy Siswico.
Catch and shoot. If they can get a 10 or 12 out of Sevy tonight, that is
nice.
going to bode very well for Team Gatorade.
They're up 8-5.
5 early. Oops.
Yep, they're definitely calling it tight.
Called the foul on the floor. Dominic called it, right?
Yeah, but I think that was on JP.
Did JP get it? Okay.
Well, that's who was guarding.
Well, they've got several guys, I think, with 1 foul. I don't know that. I know Willie had 1 foul, Sevy had 1 foul.
I don't think
JP
anybody
has
has
1
2 yet.
So really looking to go inside.
Oh, nice.
And is that Hill? Or
Yep.
Vincent Hill Estep. Nice left-handed jump hook inside. A little bit of a size advantage there against Jin Han.
A.J. Carlos checking in, getting some
AJ
play time.
coming in, okay. That's
Really
Vincent.
hard screens and picks here,
Vincent
I see. So
Hill Estep working on Joe
there's
Bloss.
Joe Bloss.
That's
Oh,
missed the layup.
he usually is money
Joe
on that.
blew past him. Just didn't get the. There's an open look. Left a little short.
Yeah, there's that offensive rebound.
Man, that rebounding is just.
Oh, and
JP
they're
got
off
the
to the
run out.
races.
Joe better give him some escort here, okay? And
Oh,
they
he
missed
blew
2
the
layups.
layup.
That's a case where Joe Bloss could have, what they call giving you an escort, could have gotten away and didn't do it.
Oh,
And
wow, that
really
was a
a 5-point swing.
five-point swing right there. JP
Kicked it
yeah,
back, and number 22
I've never seen
knocks
him miss a
down
layup.
Rarely ever. Rarely. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not talking about 90 or 95%. We're talking 99.9%.
Yeah, look at these cuts.
Yeah.
They're being
Great
contested.
backdoor cut.
Oh,
JP
really
going,
high arcing
got it.
shot.
Over Revis Henderson. Uh-oh.
And
Looks like a quick turnover there.
Yep.
So, no, with the action starting to heat up here, 5 minutes into the game, we're tied at 10-10, but Gatorade misses a few layups, but then JP going with the high arching fadeaway.
Looks like Irv is in for somebody. I'm not sure who.
Did they bring?
Oh,
okay, Irv. They'll probably try to get their rotation. Irv subbed in for Willie Stinnett, I believe. Joe, a little off the mark. Joe Bloss, and here we come. Vincent Hill Estep looking. There's another open look. And there's more rebounding.
Yep.
Revis Henderson inside again. Revis had the first 5 of the game. He's got another 2, so really starting to assert his influence early in the game for the young fella. Just a year out of high school, playing against the men in the men's league. They're really getting after Carl Sanders on JP Cruz, really getting after him, overplaying these cuts.
Joe. Oh, nice pass by Joe Bloss.
AJ, good
Kicking
kick
back
out. Jim, left it a little short, okay, but good kick out. And we got that. Here comes the running game.
Oh, Carl
Man,
Sanders.
nice. Carl
left-hander.
Sanders. Well, anytime you get, when you're shooting threes, a lot of time you're going to get that long kick out rebound. And if you don't have back coverage, JP, surely he's shooting by now. And that's another foul.
Yeah. I think
Carl
that's
Sanders
2
picked
on
that.
Carl Sanders, if I'm correct. Or
JP Cruz he's been doing it a long time. A master at drawing contact. So many, the shifty moves, and he's a cagey veteran now. You might say that will definitely get guys off balance, up in the air. And JP's certainly 80+% free throw shooter, maybe near 90. I have a feeling Coach E.J. Calvo's pleased with the start here. You definitely don't want to get down. JP knocking the first one down. I've always saw the stat when a guy makes the first one, it's almost 95% on the second one, just because of the.
I just noticed something. We don't have Darren Hechanova in the game.
Darren is not able to play tonight.
Oh, he didn't have enough games?
He didn't have enough games. He had a hip injury. And earlier in there, he had a case of plantar fasciitis. I know he was taking treatment. So
that is true. Yes, I know.
He was Darren's actually helping out, coach the St. John's girls team playing the semifinals. But he's had some injury issues, and he certainly is not 100% yet. But essentially, he has to be 100% when Team Guam goes to.
Yeah, that is priority. But
that's priority 1. But he would certainly help out.
Huge. Darren Hechanova is a huge player.
Divine Cox on the board, number 33, with a nice little runner. The Andersons really overplaying these lanes. Nice ball fake.
Oh, they are there.
Beautiful passing.
Oh, good defense.
That was good defense.
Straight up.
Kept his hands.
Yep.
Okay. Looks like they called the delay of game warning on the ball. But yeah, that was outstanding. Just straight up, get your hands up.
Yep.
So many of the young players you see don't go by the verticality principle when they extend the hands out. That is a foul.
And that's what we were teaching our officials, and that's why they didn't call that foul.
That's
go straight up, and so that's the one that we've been really enforcing. They think that there's body contact. There should be automatically a foul. No, you're entitled to the space straight up.
The offense may initiate that contact. That's not a foul.
That's correct.
Until you put your arms out.
Come down, yep.
Then you're no longer vertical. You're in the horizontal plane. So outstanding defense there by Revis. But at the end of the play, Willie Stinnett picked up the offensive rebound and got it back. This is certainly bodes well. Willie left a little change on the table. But this bodes well for them to get to the free throw line this much. JP's got free throws. Sevy's got free throws. Willie's got free throws. And they're really looking to pound that ball inside. Nice shot. That's Divine Cox starting to go to work. He's had a couple big games this year of 25, 30 points.
So he led them with 27 the last game.
Did he have? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's really looking to go to the hoop.
Willie
didn't. He shuffled. Yeah, he didn't utilize the jump stop. He shuffled on that one. Just a footwork
Willie to
issue.
do that.
So looks like we got number 14. I believe that's Christian Torres in the game now.
Yep.
One of the better shooters in the league. Let's see if they try to go to him. Looks like they're just using a little clear out action. Nice. Okay. Willie hedging
way
on that
out
screen,
there.
way out there.
Yep.
And they should have some numbers. Joe Blas running the floor. Irv
Jose,
Jose
he had a good look at
quite
that.
Had a good look. Just didn't get it to fall. But Irv has such a sweet shot.
He does.
Fundamentally sound.
Exactly.
Almost perfect form. He works on that a lot. And a key member of Team Guam in the FIBA tournaments.
Good defense by Joe Blas there.
They're really looking on going.
Oh.
What a cut. Nice cut. Revis Henderson cutting back door. They just moved the ball so well. I mean, that's just a fundamental of basketball. Anytime 5 guys are moving at once, they're going to be very hard to guard. I guess Joe Blas looking to go.
Oh, there you
go.
go.
Classic Joe Blas. Taking it, drawing, absorbing the contact, and powering through it. Got a KFC up by 15. Oh, my. I don't know.
What are they doing? That's like a half-court shot.
Yeah, that's almost out of half court.
Like 3 or 4 of them, they've done it.
I'm wondering almost if, hey, I'm going to put this up because we're going to rebound the ball. It's almost one of those.
They've had like 3 or 4 of those half-court shots.
They're not drew an air ball, and they offensive rebound and got it. So. But, yeah, I'm not sure what there they got and giving up a don't think it really matters whether it's on the floor or not. They are in the, or maybe no. Okay, probably a smart foul. Irv Jose, they were going to break out. They're not in the bonus yet, so the ball should be out of bounds here near us.
Gatorade's going to need to tighten up the defense, get some rebounds.
If we get the stats at the quarter break, I don't know what the margin's going to be, but I will bet that Anderson is out rebounding.
Yeah.
And if you're starting to get out rebounded by 4 or 5 a quarter, it's going to be tough to win because at the end of the game you're talking about 20 extra possessions or so. And
nice shot.
Who's number 22 tonight?
That is Francis Ortega.
Francis Ortega. Okay. And Willie Stinnett pushing it back at him, got it back in there. Opened up KFC briefly opened up a 10-point lead there on the Francis Ortega 3-pointer. Jin Han with the board. Willie Stinnett really looking to push. JP looking to catch and shoot, and not quite, but. And
they're shooting 1 and 1
now.
That's bonuses.
That's Willie Stinnett's second foul.
Yeah, it's his second foul. And
still in the first quarter. I think Coach EJ may want to get him out of the game just
Carl
so you don't
Sanders is on the bench with 2 fouls.
Okay, so 2 of the
for KFC.
The main guys picking up a little foul trouble. Although I would say if there's a guy out there, I mean Willie Stinnett has played professional basketball.
That's right.
Stalwart for Team Guam. He does know how to play with fouls. But all the same, there's sometimes you pick up 2 in the first quarter. Maybe you want to sit him out this last 41 seconds, but. Coach Calvo going to let Willie ride it out.
Yeah, looks like A.J. Carlos might be coming in for him. Oh, Willie with a nice rebound.
Got the rebound, pushing it up again. Got Irv Jose trying to spot up in the corner. JP again. Looks like they may, okay, look like they're running a little pick and roll here. Sevi Sasuiko.
They're switching it all.
They're really switching in. Sev inside, little force there. And KFC could get the last shot. Shot clocks are off, but with these guys, they're, it's almost a
good rebound by Sev.
And now Team Gatorade could get the last shot here. Now it almost seems like Coach Barnes, I mean, there is some strategy involved when if you get the last shot and you get the first shot of the next quarter, but with the makeup of the KFC team, they hardly ever take their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's 10 seconds to go in the quarter.
Exactly.
They're pushing the ball every single time. Willie,
oh, nice,
Willie split the defense.
Oh, and he still got
Didn't
fouled.
get it. He's going back to the line. Had a three-point play opportunity there.
Yeah, Willie's probably kicking himself. He knows he should have made that layup.
That's one, with 90-something% of the time, Willie's going to make that and go to the line for a three-point play.
Yep.
But some key free throws. 5.8 seconds. That's enough time to, maybe get a play run. I'm not sure if, that's the difference right there in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Gatorade could have got 3 points. Now they may only get one. If they're lucky enough that Willie hits this. But I would. And got the roll. Got the roll. So 5.8 seconds, and they're going to get a shot at this.
Oh,
they call the travel.
Yep.
Okay, well,
they
traveled on it. So
Gatorade's got the ball back with 4 seconds.
now, if this is FIBA rules, if KFC would have taken a timeout there, could they have advanced the ball to?
Oh, not until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Oh, so it wouldn't have advanced.
Yeah,
okay.
It would not have.
But in the last 2 minutes, you get.
Oh, big
my.
throw. It was a touch, so now they'll take
they
it
had
out
a
on this side.
cross-court action with Irv, but they got I think that was Divine Cox got a
hand on
fingertip on it.
Yeah, they were looking for JP Cruz, and
well, this is a great situation here to run some action for the inbounder. I know from coaching the game,
that's true.
Irv kicks this in, set a pick for the inbound, the guy who throws it inbounds, you're almost certainly going to get an open look. JP at the got it.
Got it.
JP Cruz gets off the bank, kiss off the glass.
He was determined to make that shot.
That's a big shot. It cuts it back. KFC is going to get the ball coming out here. They're hanging in the game, 26-20. You definitely don't want to let KFC get out to that, 10-point, 15-point lead that, they've done so often this year. That we talked earlier. I mean, JP Cruz probably going to have 30 to 35 points tonight if Team Gatorade's ultimately going to bring home this championship. And he's about on pace to do that now.
They're switching off. KFC is switching off on every screen.
Looks like they're switching every screen. Correct.
They're going to need to really make some solid screens and try to get some good open shots because a lot of their shots were all contested. So I think you're going to see more of the same with the KFC Bombers. And then
absolutely. The two things from a strategic standpoint that you want to do when you get teams start switching screens, one, you want to look for that mismatch. It may come from Joe Blas, possibly Sevi. If Matt Vergerger was hurt, certainly they would look for him in the post. He's not here. But anytime you got a team switching screens, there's probably going to end up with a mismatch somewhere. So, we'll keep an eye on that. And the second part, I would look for them to do a little more screen and roll. That roll's going to be open when you're switching on that. So,
let's see here. We've got some stats coming in. Total rebounds, 15 for KFC Bombers. Looks like 10 for
okay. Well, that's at
Team Gatorade.
Five rebound advantage, which if you translate that over 4 quarters, I mean, you start getting out rebounded by 20 rebounds a game. That's a significant margin.
We got Revis Henderson with 9 points and Francis Ortega with 8. So, I mean, with those two guys leading KFC Bombers, and they're probably the third or fourth scorers on the
coming
team.
in. I know we talked about Carl Sanders and Divine Cox being the scores. Well, it's flipped around this game. Revis Henderson, early 9.
And Carl Sanders is still on the bench with 2 fouls. So
the 2 early fouls certainly hurt him. Okay, they got Christian Torres bringing up the ball here. Let's see what we get. Okay, they're really looking to pound that inside. That Vincent Hill S-step. And looks like we got a foul on the ground.
Yeah, like
let's see who.
Joe Blas.
Matt Grant. Is he going to call it on Joe?
Yep.
Okay, Joe
I think
picked
that's his second one.
well, I wouldn't say the Team Gatorade's in foul trouble, but if they mount up a few more, they could become that. They could get in foul trouble very easy here. Let's see what kind of setup they have. They're going to man this out of bounds. This is a dangerous. There's a situation where, and that's exactly when you man-to-man and out-of-bounds play. Somebody's going to be open. You got the ball under the basket already.
Yeah, we always switch to zone defense to try to protect that underneath the basket.
So maybe a little strategic breakdown there, but Francis Ortega made him pay. Got open, hit the three. So there's Joe trying to operate. Looking to get a little ball movement. Okay. AJ got an open look, didn't get it to go. I'd look for they're really going to push the ball up. And another three going up. Didn't get that. Nice rebound by Irv Jose. See if JP can get untracked here. Really looking okay. There's nothing wrong with JP from way outside. He's out of the 25 feet range. And JP Cruz with an offensive rebound.
Good tap back by Sev Siswico.
And inside, he got it to go. JP uses his body amazing. JP, he says he's 5'8". I'm not sure if he is.
Yeah.
But Revis Henderson goes legit 6'7", and JP gets it up because that's the body control.
Exactly.
Revis, an open look outside, and another one, man.
He's come to play.
Has really improved that jump shot. I know when we played his senior year in high school, he played at Harvest, and I was coaching at St. John's. And on our scouting report, we said if he's outside 5 feet, don't guard him. Let him shoot. He is obviously Sevy with an answer.
Yep.
But Revis obviously has been working on his shooting. Not good looking shot. He may have another open look here. And they got Sevy Siswico with the bump. That's on the ground. But that's what when a guy hits an open shot, it forces you to come up and play him. That time he put it on the deck and drew the contact.
Looks like they gave that foul to AJ Carlos, which is
good.
Oh,
they call him AJ? Okay.
Which is good for Sevy because they need him in there.
Sevy Siswico's really Team Gatorade's only, I'd say base inside threat.
Big man, yeah.
Of course, Joe Blas and Willie Snett play all over the court, but okay. Looks like they got a little isolation here. Okay. And is that Joe in and out? There's that rebounding again. No, they got it. Okay. Here comes Joe. Joe going to the hoop hard and one.
That's the Joe Blas.
That's Joe Blas, and that's good to see. And it cuts it to a 4-point game. Joe pulling down an offensive rebound coast to coast, using that big body of his to draw the contact and back to the free throw line.
Good to see him running and hustling like that again. So
Joe spent pretty much the last 2 years in Florida with his family. He just got back on island in late September. So it was a process getting him back in shape. I know he hadn't been playing a whole lot of ball, kind of shaking off some rust, but that looked good there.
Yep, we missed him in Thailand, and
he wasn't able to make it back. And he didn't go to. And we got a steal here.
The Pacific Games, he wasn't there, the last one, and we also missed him there.
Quick pull up, got it. Classic pull-up jumper. JP Cruz heating it up.
We got a 1-point lead, 30-29.
This is looking great for Team Gatorade.
Yep.
This is right where they want to be. Okay.
Oh.
And they're really working hard inside. They're going right at Willie Stinnett, which if Willie has 2 fouls, I can see Coach Barnes probably made a point that, hey, we're going to see if we can pick up that third one.
He's trying to post up Willie, and wow.
JP another.
Long distance.
Yeah, that's the last 5 from him. Actually, the last 7, I believe. He has 7 points around Joe Blas's 3-point play they got. And we got a tie game here. And oh my, well that's what almost every team does. The international, you've watched a lot of games. When they see JP, such a tremendous offensive player, but defensive-wise, they always try to take him to the post.
Take him to the post.
There's a situation where
he needs some help defense on that. Somebody
absolutely, you got to help him, or when he's in there, you could often switch to a zone type.
Exactly.
Where, JP's fine on the perimeter. It's when they get down, that free throw's going to be short.
Oh.
And there's another offensive rebound. And, oh my, this could be a Hill Estep just going after.
3 rebounds he got. He pulled down.
Didn't get it down, but
Yep.
I mean, you see why they out-rebound teams. Vincent Hill Estep really pounding the boards.
Oh, a little shuffle.
Well, that's it. I think Joe disagrees a little bit.
Yeah,
You know, that's
so
the,
does Coach
the stuff,
Calvo.
yeah. It's one of the, that call is so quick. I know in the NBA a lot, guys get away with it. Basically, if you have control of the ball and move both feet, it's a travel. They talk about the gather step.
Another rebound and put back.
Just killing them on the boards. Was that Divine Cox?
Yep. They've got to stop the penetration, and now we've got a 4-point lead.
Right after Gatorade had tied it, and then
almost turned it over.
Joe going to look to get That's on the floor, but Joe drawing contact almost every single time.
Well, you know, they got Joe driving and JP shooting in the outside. That's what they need. And,
that's a big part of the game.
Carl Sanders coming back in the game.
He's been on the bench for about 10 minutes of game time. I picked up that second foul to JP again. And another one. JP is in the zone there. Well, they're going to need that. I would almost look for KFC to try to run something different, possibly double team him. Start switching on the screens. And really starting to tighten it up. Another foul on.
This looks like it might be on Gino Hahn.
Jin Hahn? Okay. I guess they did call on number 8. I'm going to man this up.
Oh, good steal by Sessuico. Oh, but Carl Sanders
run it down. Good hustle there. A little Euro. Didn't use the left hand.
Oh, got a foul on him.
Got a foul, okay. Well, there's, I don't know, according to what I see, that looks like it's the.
Good rebound by Sessuico.
Yeah,
and then
that's heavy fighting hard on the boards.
They're going to count a lot on him.
You know, for any of the young players out there watching, that last drive, Christian Torres, great drive. Footwork was excellent. Didn't use the left hand.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you're a young guy, you will make your money by being in the gym on your own.
Willie Stinnett getting hot. That's what they need.
Team Gatorade with the lead, 38-36 now.
For the second time after that 2.20 start.
And we're still looking to really pound this down low. And it's way out there. Christian Torres with the answer. I was coaching a game for MVP, the MVP Aces. This would have been 2 years ago. And Christian Torres absolutely lit us up. Had eight three-pointers. Didn't miss, including the game winner. We were tie game 20 seconds ago. Christian Torres knocks it down. So he's as good a shooter as we have out
Joe
there.
Blas.
Joe's really looking to.
He is solid inside.
Oh, it's getting physical. I mean, that's when Joe gets his legs back, he's very rarely. I mean, and they called another one. Joe seems to disagree with it, but he may.
Well, there was definitely contact.
His second or his third. And they are in the bonus now, so they're looks like KFC going to get some free throws out of this.
Yep.
Let's see what we straighten it out here. Okay, it looks like Team Gatorade with a 1-point lead, but Divine Cox
on the line.
He's going to get 2 out of this, and you know, this last time they were shooting free throws, KFC come up with an offensive rebound on a free throw. So, you know, hopefully E.J. Calvo has his guys aware of, hey, don't take these things for granted. If that ball comes off there, it could be a 3-point non-traditional way with the. Well, they seem to be really tightening it up both ways. I mean, and he got them both.
Yep.
So. Little seesaw battle here. KFC back in front by 1 now.
Well, this is the game we want.
Absolutely. I mean, you couldn't ask for
exciting
better.
Championship game here.
First half well played here.
House.
Jin Hahn getting some extended minutes here tonight. Willie Stinnett, another good
one.
And another 3. Well,
hits it from the left corner, now the right corner. Beautiful shooting.
You know, you get Joe and Joe going to work inside, Willie shooting outside, JP shooting outside. And they're coming right back at him. Man,
Divine Cox right back at him.
Running right back at him. Divine Cox with the answer. Man, we got a seesaw battle going on. And JP with the three.
Why
and
not?
That one a little bit off. There's that rebound. They're going to have some numbers here. Looks like got Vincent Hill. No, Divine Cox looking for another one. That's going to be short.
Good rebound by Gino Hahn.
Gino Hahn pulling the board. Savvy veteran, man, a 6-time Micronesian game gold medalist.
Doing what he loves on his birthday, playing basketball.
Playing basketball, absolutely. And what a beautiful family. He's got a daughter who plays for JFK as well. He's got a younger daughter, JJ, plays Antillon Middle School. So, I mean, an athletic family.
Very, very athletic.
Han family.
Okay.
A little short there.
Irv's going to need to hit that. They're going to
have to get some production.
Joe Blas cannot get his next foul.
Yeah, Christian Torres, that's an open look. Left it a little short.
Rebound.
Willie going to push it back and see what they get out of this. Classic Willie Stinnett, little floater, didn't go. They're going to run it back. They got some numbers, a 3-on-2 break now. And
rolled it in.
Rolled it in. 46-43. And the action just going back and forth, back and forth. And it's a relatively quick first half. I mean, not a lot of timeout, not a lot of fouls. Jin Han spotting up. And oh my, that definitely is not like Jin Han.
Nope.
I think that may be his first shot of the night. Sometimes when you take that first one, you're a little tight. But let's see if they got. Are they bringing James Stake back in the game for a quick? Is he getting Willie Stinnett? Looks like, okay.
Yeah,
we got a timeout here.
KFC, yep.
But yeah, the action really heated up this.
The second quarter was really good. We've got 46-43 game.
The early going, KFC had opened up a 10-point lead on that Francis Ortega three-pointer, and then they, J.P. Cruz hit a three, Joe Blas 3-point play, Willie Stinnett 2 threes, and Team Gatorade right back in it. In fact, took the lead. However, KFC's got the lead back at 46-43 right now. But, and what great basketball. I mean, basketball at its finest.
Yeah, they're now starting to click. Team Gatorade is. So if they consistently play this way throughout the game, it's going to be a really good game all the way.
For it to go down,
down the
tight
wire,
one, going down to the wire. And I always think inevitably in those tight games, free throws come in there somewhere.
Yes.
A lot of times it may be a team, somewhat intentionally fouling or trying to make it look like it's not intentional, but someone's going to end up on the line. Free throws are going to play a part. It is part of basketball, and we'll see. I mean, for this last 2:39, you can bet someone's going to get to the free throw line on this because both teams are going to the hole hard, especially Joe Blas. Vincent Hill, E-Step going to the hole hard for KFC. So we'll see what we get. We got Carl Sanderson, Christian Torres in the backcourt. And Sanders up. Hey, man, there's that rebounding. Is that Divine Cox again on the boards?
Somebody's got to put a body on him and box him out.
And his legs. So he's making. I almost think of it like the Rodman. What was that? Well, Jen had made the ball fake. Let go, but there's Joe. Didn't quite get it. Here's that James Stake. Little kick out. That's the guy you want to have it. No, he didn't get the ball. But there's 4 KFC guys around it. They're hammering the boards. Carl Sanders thinks a little bit better. And going back to the free throw line. I guess that's on Jin Han, I believe. But,
they call
it James Stake, I guess they go to. Jin was in there. Stake was in there. But that's a product of all that rebound. The really just pounding the boards, relentless pursuit of the basketball. And Vincent Hill Istep with the left-hand free throw. Sweet left-handed shot. Nice rotation on the ball. Yeah, we're somewhat a little critical juncture. If he hits this one, it's going to be a 7. And we talked about Team Gatorade wanting to, trying not to get down that double digits. So it's a somewhat a critical point. They need a couple good possessions here.
Finishing off the half strong, too. They got to finish strong in the half here.
See what they got here. They're going to let JP operate on this. Looks like they're probably going to double JP. And
there was a little bump there.
There was some bump. I don't. Dominic Gadea was right on it. Didn't think that there was enough. Always call him
Team White.
They call him white ball unless Matt Grant's going. I didn't. If there was no foul, it appeared that J.P. Cruz may have stepped out of bounds. But I believe they're going. Okay, they're calling KFC ball on this.
Yeah, JP wanted that foul on the bump. So
he wanted the foul, and a lot of times he gets it, but there's a lot of times that he's trying to sell it too.
Yes.
So there's that middle ground. Was it a foul or wasn't? And
kicks
Dominic Gadea's eyes, it was not a foul. So you play through it. Okay. And did he get it? Got it. Well, I think
got a timeout.
I think Coach Calvo realized this could be, you're down 8. You don't want to go down, 10 or 12 on this. In the minute 6, they really need a good possession. It's like J.P. Cruz really upset with the call, but, it's a men's league. You're going to have
to play right through that and get to the next shot.
Play through it, don't let it get in your head. I would almost bet the farm that some of the KFC guys are probably in JP's ear a little bit too, because and going back, my playing days, coaching days, they're known for that. If you can get inside a guy's head, without being blatant, I suppose if there was too much trash talking, the referees would step in and put a stop to it. But there's always those little comments in your ear that. And it's something after that, hey.
You see what I looked at? Look what's going on over there at KFC. Coach Barnes just sitting at the end, letting his teammates, his players, talk it out like, hey, you guys know what's going on there, work it out. So
these guys absolutely, Coach Barnes has the confidence in them. They'll practice 3 times a week. Coach he believes in that saying, brevity is the brother of brilliance. And Coach Barnes says very little, but when he does talk, pay attention.
Exactly.
And he'll let his players, hey, you know what to do, go do it. I would think he's very pleased with them right now. After Team Gatorade took the lead, they've come back and opened up an 8-point lead, and looked like they're bringing a little pressure up here. Okay. I'm sure Coach E.J. Calvo probably would have rather kept Willie Stinnett on the bench for the rest of the half, but he realized this is a big. Okay, so James Stake will be going to the free throw line. Big possession. He's almost, I would assume that's what Coach E.J. Calvo wanted to get out of this possession, a good shot or some free throws. And James Stake, a very good free throw shooter on the line. Let's see if he gets these rimmed in and out. He needs to get one out of these, or one out of these 2.
Thinking of James Stake, it'd be somebody to be nice to
hear. My!
Oh, he misses both. Not what they wanted. Oh, what a finish! Oh, did he twist his ankle?
They got some numbers here. Maybe we're okay, and they give it up to 2. He was that Christian Torres. He finished the play and appeared to come down. Definitely twisted an ankle.
Well, he's standing on it, so it.
It may not be too severe. Maybe he can walk it off. That. I know we both had plenty of those where you can kind of walk it off, but that first 5 or 10 seconds, man, it almost feels like a knife being stuck in your ankle. The pain is just intense, and then once it somewhat goes away. But it's good to see him trying to walk it off here. That would really be a big blow. Christian Torres has given some good minutes for KFC in the first half here.
He's picking up his step a little bit.
That's
so
where
that's good. Walking it off.
you never know. I mean, I've been in those situations where you got a teammate down, and sometimes if you're not in foul trouble, it's better try to just give up the foul to stop the layup. But Joe Bloss cashed in on the misfortune of Christian Torres. And there's another foul. If that's on Willie, to me it looked like, I think they called that on Willie Sinet. One.
Yep. So
that's three. See, that's where all these things come into play. They wanted to sit Willie out, but had made their run. They brought him back in. Now he's got 3 fouls. And you can bet Vincent Hill, E-step is going to keep attacking.
Yeah, he knew that. He knew that when he had when Willie came in, and they just went to him.
They're going at him right
Yep.
off.
Smart play.
That may be where they got caught in switch. Maybe Joe Bloss can switch over. But KFC just has so many athletes, so many. So Vincent Hill, E-step splits those two. But the shot clock only about a 2-second difference in it, so we'll see what a 9-point game here. There's a trap. Okay, JP working on him. There's another trap, and JP splits the trap. This could be 6 seconds left, and then the steal. Get the ball to JP. JP. Oh my. How many times have we seen him hit those shots? I just assumed that was going in. But,
I did too.
He's hit those shots over and over again and just rimmed out, but from 28 feet.
Halftime, we got 54-47.
54-47. Team Gatorade, they got down by 10 there. They didn't want to let it go. Willie Stinnett picked up his 3rd foul, and then JP Cruz comes through with a bucket there. So, I don't.
Yeah, some interesting things happen here with Christian tweaking his ankle. I mean, they've got enough reserve on there, but he was playing really well that last 4 or 5 minutes. So, and then Willie with 3 fouls. That's a critical decision to put him back in the game for the last minute.
Coach, I see Coach Barnes talking to the scores table. He's checking on fouls right now, and you can bet he's going to tell his guys, hey, Stinnet's got 3, let's go with him. If someone else gets 3, let's go with them. I mean, it's the basketball strategy of the whole thing.
And he was just, turning it on with 2 3-pointers before all of that. So
no, Willie had been in a good groove. So that 3, I fully look forward to them starting him the second half. But, if you pick up that 4th early, you might have to sit on the bench for some extended time. And, let's.
This is a championship game. You're not going to,
You're not going to go down with your best player or one of your best players on the bench. Sometimes you got to do that and have the confidence in Willie Stinnett to play through it. Maybe not take as many chances. Maybe call for more help on that. It's the little intricacies of the game, the little battle within the battle. Can we win this matchup?
Okay. So we got the stats here. If I can see this, we got 26 rebounds to 19 rebounds.
Okay, so
26 for the KFC Bombers.
KFC with a 7, and that's just one stat that we always look at because it's such a big part of KFC's game. I swear that they take some shots thinking they're probably not going to go in, but we'll get the rebound. And they somewhat have the luxury of doing that.
As you said, that we had Willie Stinnett with 3 fouls. Sevi Siswico has 2, and so has Joe Blas. And do we have anybody else in foul trouble?
2 fouls ain't too bad, but once you get up into that 3, you can't take as many chances. Maybe that reach or go for the block charge type thing. Seeing what some of the adjustments that each team's going to make adjustments at halftime. I mean, that's on any level. You got to do that. But what will be the adjustments that KFC comes out with? I can't see Team Gatorade changing anything drastically.
No.
They have not played a zone defense the whole season. I don't think they would do that now.
Yeah, JP Cruz was leading Team Gatorade with 20 points. So.
Well. I just had a feeling that, for JP, maybe even a 40-point night, but certainly in that 30 to 40 range, that's his role on the team. He is the scorer. They look for him. He's essentially kept him in the game. 47 points, and you got one guy with 20 of them. So, so what I noticed that KFC went to a trap on JP, and JP split the trap there late in the second quarter. Will we see more of that, where let's trap him, let's make a guy like James Stake take more shots, or Sevi Suiko, or Jin Han, or AJ Carlos, maybe some of the non-scorers. That's the strategy within the game. And
yeah, he's an offensive machine, so he's going to keep trying to attack that basket. If he's not getting the threes, he'll go to the basket. So he's a very difficult player to stop offensively. No matter, I've seen him play against all the teams in Asia, and it didn't matter. I thought, maybe because he's playing against the guys on Guam. Not at all.
He can do that against basketball. The fundamentals of the game don't change just because you're playing Thailand or you're playing Tahiti. In the gold medal game back in July, which was down in Samoa, I believe, JP essentially, they were triple teaming Ty Wesley, really leaving him open, and he scored in double digits in the fourth quarter. He salted the game away for the gold medal. He's that type of player. Tonight, he rises to these challenges. If he's got 20 now, you can bet that he may have that many in the second half as well. But there's sometimes that I personally believe that his teammates may look to him too much. When you get, let's look at the last game that KFC played where they had 5 guys in double figures. They didn't have one guy with the 40-point night.
That's right.
But they had several guys with 14 points, 15 points, 20 points, 22 points, where it seems like team-wise you may be harder to guard.
Earlier we had Francis Ortega and what's his name?
Christian Torres got 6 or 8 quick points.
Exactly.
Vincent Hillis.
Revis Henderson was hot.
Revis had 11, I believe, early. So, when you split that, it's who are you going to focus on, really?
Exactly.
Everybody on their team is going to be able to score. So
Divine Cox is going to get his numbers as well as Carl Sanders.
Several big games this year. So.
Well, for the sake of the game, I hope they do tie it up again and get up there. So we've got a 7-point lead. And
we've talked about so many times early that first 3 minutes of the second half of the game. Obviously, Team Gatorade, they want to close this thing up, maybe to get the lead again. KFC's probably over there saying like, "Hey, man, we're up 7.
More of the same.
If we can lay a 6-0 run on them, or 6-0 a run, 8-0 run." We're probably gonna win this game. So, that's once again one of those little struggles in the middle. There's the battle within the battle. So let's see. It looks like it's going to be Team Gatorade ball coming out. So you kind of wonder if Coach Calvo's drawing up something here. Do they have a special? I know years ago, or a few years ago, a couple years anyway. I had a shooter on one of my St. John's, Takumi Simon, and
I remember
you could. If you ever did a scouting report, you knew that I'm going to draw up a play. He's getting the ball the first possession. There was no doubt. Everybody in the stands knew it. Now it's just a matter of how we going to run those screens.
Exactly.
Would EJ Calvo draw up a play? Hey, JP, you're going to get a screen here, a screen here, a screen here, and we're going to get the ball in your hands. Now, doesn't mean you have to shoot it. But, I know that I wanted Takumi Simon shooting the ball. Just as Team Gatorade wants JP Cruz shooting the ball. So these out of bounds play. It's just a time where you can really make it makes a difference. Let's just say they do have a play set up. He comes out, hits a 3. We're talking about a 4-point game.
Exactly.
Let's say they don't get anything run on this possession, and KFC goes down, hits a 3. We're talking about a double-digit game. There's could be as much as a 6-point swing in the action. So, always this little critical times in the game.
For Team Gatorade, I would be thinking, they have nothing to lose. They've lost the first 2 games against KFC Bombers. So, I'd be playing with just all my heart to say we have nothing to lose. They're supposed to beat us, so let's just leave it out on the court and keep playing hard.
And ultimately, this isn't the biggest goal that Team Gatorade had. That's coming up.
That's true.
But this is a step in that direction.
And preparing them for that.
To be prepared for the FIBA stuff coming up, the international stuff coming up, and but let's look at the other side of the coin. KFC is getting ready to go off island. This,
Get on a
you know,
plane in
they
about 3
got
hours.
a big tournament coming up in Korea, so this is one step towards that goal.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. I mean, Coach Barnes knows this. I mean, that tournament in Korea is a big tournament. I'm sure he's telling his players not to get hurt also. So
Yeah,
you know,
they've used their bench.
yep.
Okay, well, we're here at halftime. KFC Bombers up 54-47. We're going to cut away for a minute to get this message from PBS Guam, and we'll be back for the start of the second half in 1 minute and 7 seconds.
They say there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who find themselves and those who create themselves. Are you looking for purpose or deciding it for yourself? Will you plunge waiting for someone to catch you? Or will you jump and build your wings on the way down? Seek a path or carve a path. Wait for the future or build it. What is a school but a set of walls waiting for greatness? And who are you but someone destined to achieve it? Here, between the street and the jungle, against time and tide, we push and pull just like the currents. Our ocean of dreams will meet the odds ahead and rise above it all.
I'm sure it's kind of privileged.
And thank you, basketball fans. Welcome back. We just finished halftime here. It looks like KFC's coming out with their starting lineup. I see Revis Henderson out there, Francis Ortega, Carl Sanders, Divine Cox, and Vincent Hill Estep. It will be Team Gatorade ball coming out. It kind of looking forward to this play to see what they have drawn up here. They got a offense set, or a lot of times on these out of bounds play you can run a set play. So kind of see what we got. KFC, okay, just bringing it into Will Stinnett.
Yep, as you said,
And,
he has 3 fouls and he's in there. So
Looking there's some hype. Okay, there was contact. I think
Yep.
they're calling that on. You know, it's one of those somewhat could have went either way. A lot of contact, but it looks like they called the foul on Divine Cox.
Yep.
You know, when Joe Blotz has the ball, there is always going to be contact. Now, you know, a lot of times they may let it go. A lot of times Joe gets to the free throw line, but he's such a strong player. He's always going to.
Wow. I noticed when.
Inside.
Nice,
Good
Willie.
job.
There's
Okay,
that
so
2
they got
point-
it. They got
that
the
point.
2 big possession. Really, I mean, you want to come out and get on the board right away. And
I
keep
did
the
notice
pressure.
when JP cut to the corner, they had 2 guys running at him.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well-
was that Divine? Was it Divine?
Yep. They're going to need to
Divine
have 2
Cox,
guys run
yeah.
at him, too. He's hitting.
Well, if they're going to do that, there's obviously something else. Here comes Joe again to the hoop and
And a finish.
really looking to attack the hoop hard.
Yes.
But, yeah, obviously they're paying a lot of attention to JP Cruz. So what opens up? The
Yep.
drives from Will Stinnett, from Joe Bloss. Baby, I still think Irv Jose needs to get untracked here. They're going to need him. You know, such a great shooter. You really want to get him some opportunity somewhere here. And Joe left a little change on the table. And let's see what we got. Okay, holding it a 6-point game. Had a 7 at halftime. See if Revis is looking to shoot the ball. Okay, they're going back at JP Cruz. Sanders shoots over him. Okay, there they go. Come pushing it. Will Stinnett looking to draw a little contact from Revis. Sevy with the pull-up. That's a little short. You can see from here. Okay, here comes Sanders. Sevy left a little short. Divine Cox just hit one. Coming back to him.
Good defense.
Good D, okay.
He's going to light
Here
that
comes
up.
a 3-on-2. Oh,
Threw
my.
behind him.
A little miscommunication. Yeah, 3-on-2 break. You want to get to that midsection of the floor, jump stop, and then make an easy decision. Joe was cutting to the hoop. JP thought he's spotting up.
Yeah, they had the numbers on that
They
one.
did. Those are some that, JP is like, man, I wish I could have that one back.
Yep. Exactly how he feels there.
Little back cut action is all. They're looking to post again here and go back to that Vincent Hill E-step. Really looking to go to him every time. And when they have Willie Stinnett on him, Will's got to be a little bit careful on this. He's got. Okay, running that fire series. Sev, where's there? Yeah, one more. I heard Willie call him one more. Willie, good open look, and didn't get it down. And just, you get the feeling KFC's going to give him one shot. It's one and done.
Yeah.
And they turn it back over. But when you can rebound the ball that good, you can really, it makes up for a lot of other areas you may be deficient just because you know that Team Gatorade is not going to make every shot. If we just rebound the ball, Will Stinnett's going to get open on that back cut eventually. They missed him a couple times, but JP, okay. Let's see if we can get Irv on track. Man, he's just a little
rebound by Willie.
Willie.
Oh, just another rebound. And a
Great
putback.
job. Will Stinnett working the boards. Been doing that for years. Just the body control he has, the relentless nature of Will Stinnett. And come up with another steal comes Joe. Joe's going to attack the hoop on this.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well just get out of the way on that.
Oh,
he missed the layup. That is unlike Joe.
Oh, just a touch.
Man, that could have cut it to a 4-point game. But just crawled off the rim almost. But now Joe going to the hoop with a full head of steam. That's something very positive. That's something that you want to do.
Yeah, that's another one they want back real quick. So
there's a couple of those going like, man, I wish I could get that back. The turnover on the 3-on-2 and then a missed layup. Francis Ortega. Let's see. Revis going all the way to the hoop. Oh, my. It's a case there where I don't know if it's young legs. Revis is probably 19 or 20. Sevy's been playing national. Sevy's probably around 33, 34. And Revis just seemed like he just had that little extra step there to get to the hoop. But really putting together a nice game tonight. 11 first half points, cashing in there.
Something happening there?
I'm not sure. Are they subbing? Well, Faith Thompson's looking over the scores table. Okay. Okay, they are going to. This could
he had 3 fouls, I think, or 2 fouls.
2. Okay, so he picked up his 3rd there. Now, I mean, this is a very small lineup.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking out here thinking who's going to guard Revis Henderson at 6'7". And Revis 3 points. Up to 14 points now. Part of that double-digit starting 5 for KFC. Really going to the hoop. Yeah, it's getting physical, looking for some calls. There's a line in there. They're going to let some physical stuff go, but you don't want to let it get too physical. Now, this is I think Willie Stinnett saying there's some perspiration on the floor out there. Here's another opportunity for Gator if they have a set play here. You got the ball under the basket, a great place to get it. Let's see if possibly they can get Irv Jose a good look, get him untracked. Set a screen here for, this is set up. If JP gets it in, he's going to have
and a turnover.
That's just not what you can.
I thought he was going to. Was going out.
The difference between that one and Joe Blah. Joe's kind of crawled out. That one crawled back. It looked like it almost missed it, and somehow the ball spun back in. But so now they've opened up 11-point. We talked about this the first 3 minutes. That 7-point halftime lead went to 11. That is
blocked by Carl Sanders,
and they're going to have a run out here. And this might be my!
What a finish.
Divine Cox, body control, gets the hoop with some harm. Irv Jose with the foul.
He tried to foul him, stop him from scoring.
It's not a bad thing to try to foul him, but man, Divine Cox is so strong that he fouled him and he pushed through it. Now we're up to a possible 14-point game here. Team Gatorade's got to be careful. If they get down 20, this game's going to be over. They won't come back from 20.
Yeah. You had mentioned who's going to guard Revis Henderson, but Divine Cox and as far as Vincent Hill, as well. You know, both of them can get up there. So
Yeah, well, yeah, those guys
They've
can
got-
play above the rim.
Yep.
They power up nicely. And Team Gatorade just doesn't have the inside size right now. To stay in this game, they're really going to need to get some three-pointers. That's
they're
essentially.
they can't have those misses like they had or the turnover.
Well, it's
They have to count on every possession.
every possession becomes
Yep.
the
Very
later
critical.
you get to go. I mean, what do we got? 16 minutes to go in the game, and now you're down 13, maybe possibly facing 14. Every possession just becomes more valuable.
And you also kind of lose momentum when those things happen as well. You miss the layup or a turnover, the opportunity, and then it just kind of builds a little at a time. So,
just for whatever reason, I mean, I've looked. I've seen Irvin Jose really shoot the lights out. He's never got on track tonight, and those little contributions from other guys, whether you may be getting 6 points from a James Stake or from a Gino Hahn or from 10 from Irv Jose. That's what they're lacking right now.
Yep.
JP's going to score. He's going to get his points. Let's see. Okay, and Divine Cox makes it a 14-point game here. Those first 3 minutes of the second half, so critical. Getting some kind of ball motion. That man-to-man defense is so tough, okay? Well, he's looking to get to the hoop, and he's back to the free throw line. That's definitely one way they can get back in the game, getting yourself to the line. Willie Stinnett's so effective at drawing that contact, the body control and getting guys off balance, leaning. Now he has to cash them in. I was back in 2005. I was coaching Team Guam, and Willie, I believe they blew the whistle.
I don't know
where Willie's getting a warm-up. Willie Snett was 19 years old at that time, I believe, and I had him shooting one night, and I still remember, I believe he made 57 free throws in a row. And
nice.
I had said, we'll start practice when Willie misses. Well, 57 free throws, I think we started practice 10 or 15 minutes late, Will just kept hitting one after the other. But Vine Cox way out there. And there's that rebound. They got a hand on it. Francis Ortega, oh my. I hate to see that. I mean, sometimes when that guy falls into the knees, you see so many injuries, but Revis appears to be all right. Is it Francis Ortega going to the free throw line?
Yep.
I believe it was Joe Bloss fell down, and Revis Henderson got hit in the knees a little, but he appears to be okay. I was
switching balls here.
Looking at, speaking of the injuries, Christian Torres, who went down with that ankle sprain, at halftime he appeared to be walking around all right.
He's still walking around back there.
It may be a situation if he's going on the trip tomorrow that maybe you don't want to push that too much.
Yep. You got your ticket stamped for games in Korea. So, okay, well.
Say, hey, enough for tonight. You guys carry us through. And right now it's looking pretty good. It looks like it is a 14-point lead for KFC. Big possession here. Really need to look to get Joe Bloss some touches of the ball. JP Cruz some touches. I don't see JP moving right now. It looks like they want to move to the post. Okay, got to get Irv going. There you go. There you go. If he can get going like that, I mean, he's the guy. There, KFC, you choose, you pick your poison.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take away JP. We'll take away Joe. Irv's got to hit some shots.
Yep.
Yeah, they're really going. And there's that rebound.
Rebounds. Those are all rebounds.
There's 3 rebounders. Well, they're back. Francis Ortega. And they're resetting the shot clock. So JP picked up a foul. Almost had the strip. But Divine Cox with the
nice to see JP going down to the ground to try to get that ball.
He was. You got to, as a coach, love to see if that ball's loose, get on the ground. That time it didn't turn out so well, but overall, you're going to win more battles by getting on the floor. They got Jim Hahn on Revis Henderson. Oh, no, Revis.
A good defense.
Revis, I thought he was going to power up. You got a 5'10" guy on you, and he chose the fadeaway.
Oh, and a foul.
And then, okay. Well, this could, with Irv's three-pointer and a possible three-point play, they could really chop that 14-point lead, this could be back to an 8-point game.
It looks like no matter who Francis Ortega is guarding, they're going to the post against him. So Willie did it earlier, and now Joe.
Well,
so
those
I think
are the
they're,
matchups.
Yeah, they're looking at that matchup, and whoever he's guarding is going to go post up.
That's appears what they're doing. Let's see if Joe can get this one down, and no. I haven't seen the free throw stats, but I don't think Team Gatorade has did themselves any favor tonight. I would think that they're probably somewhere in that 60 to 70-point range. That Divine Cox and more rebounding. Carl Sanders with the putback, just pounding the offensive boards.
They finished off the half at 55%.
And another turnover. They, I think KFC surprised them. They put some full-court pressure after that. It almost looked like they didn't expect it. Several of the Gatorade guys run back. And
it looks like Sev Siswico's coming in to try to control the inside. Or no, he's not.
I didn't see Joe touch that ball till it was out of bounds. Wouldn't that be out of bounds under the basket on the throw-in?
It should have. He didn't touch it.
Unless they're saying that maybe
there was a touch
Joe touched it then stepped out apparently, but yeah, on the that inbounds play, I think Gino Hahn maybe miscommunicated with Joe a little bit and turned it over. Oh, here's another situation where you got 45-year-old, I'll say 5'10", Jin Hahn guarding.
Yeah.
20-year-old Revis Henderson at 6'7". Can they, take advantage of that mismatch? And as of yet, they haven't, and they still haven't.
Yeah, they turned it over.
I don't know that
Gino
Revis
Hahn's
is that comfortable. Gino's
Yeah.
so crafty. I mean, he's
Gino's very crafty, and
all the bumps.
There
There it is.
Oh, what a pass by Gino!
Oh my! They missed
Willie,
another.
there's another miss that they
I
want
think
back.
Team Gatorade has, and oh my, man, a possible 5-point swing on this. Where miss a layup on this end. Revis with the basket. I believe he's up to. Well, he scored the 3-point play earlier this quarter. That's 5. He's going for 6. He had 11. He may be up to 17 points. Revis Henderson on his way to probably a 20-point night. But playing very effective. Now they're going to have to bring Sevi Siswico back in for the I'm wondering if I didn't catch who they called the foul on, but if they did call that on Will Stinnett.
I think it was on Gino Hahn.
Oh, did Gino? Okay. And Rev with the 3-point play, another 3-point play. Okay, here comes the pressure. They're looking to trap this up. A.J. Carlos in the game now. A.J., they're going to struggle with offense with this lineup in there when you got State, Carlos, Sevi, Gino, Joe Blas, probably your best, huh? And Joe will go to the free throw line here, but essentially you got 4 of the role players in there with Joe Blas at this point. Joe will need to get a quick two. I'm wondering if J.P. Cruz is laying on the sideline over there. You wonder if he is maybe pulled a hamstring or something. I don't know. It appears that he's. And Joe, I'm wondering if he was cramping up, possibly the way he looks to be stretching out his hamstrings. But yeah, another missed free throw for Team Gatorade. Who's all that up, man? Coming back to the post again. And got it. Is that Divine Cox appear? No, that was not
Vincent Hill.
Vincent Hill. That's the. Oh my, that was way off. I think Joe was looking for contact.
He was looking for contact.
And they're going to have some numbers here. Somebody's going to be open on this. Oh, they called travel on it. KFC had the numbers, but got a little anxious, I guess, and got the walk. All right, well, we're up. It's a 15-point game. Just can't get that. Jen's not really looking for his shot right now.
Yeah, he needs to look for a shot.
They're going to have to get that's Joe's looking to get back to the free throw line. There's just not a lot of offense in here. Stake, nice, and missed another layup. Man, they're really struggling at the rim.
Yeah. A little too high for Carl Sanders.
Going up top to Carl Sanders. Now he's
well,
KFC's giving the ball back to him, but yeah, Team Gatorade has missed at least 5 point-blank layups this game, as well as a lot of free throws. I know from my coaching days, we always talk about it. The two shot. If you can just make layups and free throws, the other stuff should take care of itself.
They got JP and Willie back in the game here, so try to
they're going
cut his back.
I think Coach Calvo feels the urgency right here that, man, we're closing out this quarter. We're down 15. We got to get something going on here. And that's short. That's short. Joe Bloss short on the 3. Let's see. Francis Ortega's going to be open. Didn't get it. More Divine. They're just pounding the boards, and they're just the rebounding. They're getting 3 and 4 shots at a time. And back.
And a turnover.
This is a critical time. This could get out of hand very quickly. And didn't go down.
And a putback.
Just killing them on the boards. And it's a 19-point game.
Just like that.
Well, looking at the stats earlier, KFC out-rebounded a team by 39 rebounds last night. And I don't know what it's at right now, but it's got to be 10 to 15 points. And this is didn't get that one. I thought Revis Henderson was going to run down another offensive rebound. That time, Divine Cox may have got a little anxious on it. Just not falling. And you got a 4-on-2 break. Geno's probably give up a foul here. And Revis back under. Nice ball fake. Man, I am impressed with Revis Henderson.
Yes.
Offensive rebound, give the pump fake, drew contact, go back to the free throw line.
He's running hard, full
exactly.
Court, so.
Well, and that's somewhat, okay, I think we got a timeout here, but this quarter they've essentially opened it up here. Went from a 7-point halftime lead, got up to 11. Gatorade cut it back a little, and then now I believe they're on a, what is this, an 8-0 run now? I think it was 72-61, and we're at 80-61, but this little 8-0 run right here. Who's talking? I think Christian Torres is out talking to Matt Grant and Dominic on this, but when we resume, it should be Revis Henderson for 2 free throws at the line.
Yeah, I mean, we got a minute and 24 seconds here in the third quarter, and Team Gatorade just got to pull it together and finish strong this third quarter and start off the fourth. Try to get back into the game, get it down to 15.
In theory, little goals. 15. Hey, guys, can we get 2 stops here? Let's get this back to 15. Okay, if we get it to 15, let's see if we can get to the free throw line, get some easy points. Next step, double digits. Can we get it to 10? But with the way KFC's playing, I don't see any indication that Team Gatorade is going to be able to rebound with them. I mean, that's what's impressive to me is how many KFC's getting shot after shot after shot after shot. And it's almost like Team Gatorade is playing good defense initially, gets the missed shot, but then doesn't get the rebound.
Let's see, I've got some stats here that just came in for up to now. And what do we have here rebound-wise? 45-24, KFC.
They've really opened it up, and that's the difference in this game right now. And Revis misses first free throw of the night. He has a couple three-point plays earlier, so he's 2 for 3 from the line.
Divine Cox has 22 points and 19 for Revis Henderson.
Revis, okay. And he just hit a free throw, so Revis is up to 20 now.
Yeah. And they have 3 others with double digits. JP still at 20.
Man, Irv's just a little off right now.
JP still hasn't made anything.
And Willie Stinnett pounding offensive boards for Team Gatorade.
And with that score, Willie's got 17 points, so good rebound by Sevy.
They got their stop there. They got it to 18, and we just said, let's say if they could somehow get a 3, they got Irv Jose open. They could cut it to 15 right here. In and out. And Willie's battling hard inside. Just didn't get it. And they got a run out. Here's a 3-on-1 break. That's Vincent Hill. And nope, didn't get it to go. Carl Sanders inside, didn't get it. And Joe attacked the rim. And Joe got it to go. Okay, we're back to cut it to 16.
Here we go.
KFC most likely will get the last shot. We're only talking about tenths of a second's difference. Since less than a second difference, so it appears. Now here's where the basketball IQ. Okay, well, he lets it fly.
We had 10 seconds
I'm
to go.
surprised. The shot clock's essentially off, and this could be. Well, they went this way easily. Joe Blott's going to pick up the foul there, but here's where you got the 20-point lead or 16-point lead now, but KFC gets the ball coming back. They could have taken that last shot. I mean, you're really talking about I get 2 possessions while the other team gets none. So Carl Sanders with a little, maybe a mental lapse.
Yeah, exactly. Take the last shot.
I looked over.
Take it into the fourth quarter.
I looked over at Coach Barnes. He just sat there and shook his head. Like a man of few words, but his actions say it all. What are you doing?
Yeah, Joe Blas was calling for the foul there, but Matt Grant said, hey, he hit the ball straight out. That's what I saw as well. It was all ball.
Looked like a good strip. What do they got here on the sideline?
Ball went out of bounds.
0.4 left. That is enough time to. The old Derek Fisher's against the San Antonio. The 0.4, it is enough time to catch and shoot, but it's got to be immediate. So at 0.3 or less, it's catch, shoot. That one didn't get off. A little bit slow release, but the classic one on 0.4 seconds years ago. The LA Lakers playing the San Antonio Spurs, down by 1 point. Derek Fisher catches, puts it up, and 0.4 seconds was enough to get it off.
Yep. For all you rules basketball guys, 0.3 you can only tip a shot.
Right, a tip. It can't be a catch and shoot.
It can't be a catch and shoot.
But it can be a tip.
So that is a rule.
Team Gatorade had a chance to cut that to 14 there, didn't get it done. So, we're 16 points, and as you mentioned earlier, the rebound margin was at 45-24, and that you just almost can't win basketball games when you're getting out rebounded by that margin. If you get out rebounded by 5 to 7 single digits and your shooting's good enough, then you can still win games, but. 21 extra possessions.
They've been going to the line, Team Gatorade. They went to the line 19 times, 12 of 19 for 63%.
63, so you're falling back under that. I've always thought at this level, if you fall under 75%, you're hurting. They're hurting the team. If you're shooting in that 80-85%, you can really it's to your advantage.
So they're getting the calls on that.
They're getting there. Just 12 for 19 ain't going to get it done. But if you think of the free throws they've missed and the layups they've missed, were essentially wide open layups.
3 points, they're 28%, and 2 points, they're at 60% field goal percentage.
For Team Gatorade, I looked coming in this game, if they get up around 40% from the 3-point line, certainly bodes well for them, because that means guys like
right
J.P. Cruz, Will Stinnett, even Gino, who's a good shooter, Joe Blas, Irv Jose, that they're going to be knocking down. If you can shoot that 3 at 40%, your team, and what that does, it opens up a lot of driving lanes as well. But when you're down around 28%, I'm guessing KFC's probably saying, hey, we're going to give you that shot.
Yeah.
Maybe not JP, but the rest of the team will give you that. If you're going to shoot at 28, we're winning. So.
Yeah. I see Joe Blas's eyes. He's playing hard. He wants this. Revis Henderson from the corner.
Another one.
Beautiful.
He may be player of the game here.
Yeah.
That's 23 points for Revis Henderson. And he improved his shooting tremendously. Let's see if Irv can get one back. Irv got it back. Got it back.
Go.
So that's what Irv Jose needs. But that first half, Irv didn't score, I don't think. Here he's got a couple early threes. But, you're wondering if it may be a case a little too little, little too late. We'll see, though. We'll see. Nice left-hand jump hook. Revis is battling again. Well, see, that doesn't go down as a rebound, but he saved the possession, and it's as good as a rebound. White ball gets it back, full shot clock. You're 9 minutes to go in the game. These are possessions that this all goes into KFC's strategy or their plan or their success, really. Let's see. This is going to be a tough matchup. That's a
Good
tough
defense
match.
from Gino.
And they're back. They got the ball back. That's a tough matchup for Gino Hahn, but
Yep.
Gino being the warrior that he is, he'll give
Yeah,
everything
he's
he has.
not going to back down.
But with I think that's Vincent Hill Estep who can play above the rim.
And they give Gino all the tough guys.
He does.
You
He
know,
will.
and he won't back down. So
Never. He never will. And
good box out.
he's got a
There it
box out
is.
and he's got a rebound.
There you go.
We had this was 2 or 3 years ago. We had a center by the name of Christian Willie Sinet, Johns of Honda. A center by the name of Christian Kakanda, 6'11" kid out of I think he come out of Central Africa.
Yep.
Played in the Philippines, come over. So he was playing in this league, and at that time, Gino Hahn was the tallest guy on the other team.
Guarding
They
him.
put Gino Hahn on a 6'11" Christian Hahn, and he was giving him fits because he was constantly bumping, constantly moving. And Christian was a younger player. That's the Willie Snett cashing in from the free throw line. But so much of this game is mental. All those little tricks that Gino has, he does. He'll bump you in the hip. He'll switch sides on you. Maybe give a little tug on the jersey. Not that he would ever admit that, but he has all, and
he knows
which
it all.
somewhat negates that height advantage. And he's back now on. Let's see who he's got this time. Well,
he's still doing
Revis Henderson just
He's got
opening
27
up.
points.
27 points now. I see the Henderson family here tonight. Another missed layup. And it's just unlike Will Snett. And Divine Cox looks like he's feeling a little bit. Let's see. Irv Jose's just hit a couple threes. Irv's open again. Probably going to hit that. Oh, my, rimmed out. But,
Henderson, another rebound.
Revis, another rebound. Here they come back. Yeah, when Irv gets in that good groove, he had a good look there.
Yeah, that was.
That easily could have cut the game to 13 points, but I know you mentioned earlier they're shooting 28% from the three-point line, and that's it. It must be less than 28 now because Carl Sanders, kind of a knuckleball there. Who'd they call the foul on?
Looks like Revis Henderson.
Are they calling it on Rev? Okay. Rev pleading his case to no avail with Matt, but
get a timeout and
looks like they are. Okay, well, we're down to 7:40. Team Gatorade, they have to make their move now. You can't, they're staying in that 15-point range, 16, 17. If you're trading baskets, then this game is going to be over. And KFC Bombers are going to be our 2019 Triton Men's Basketball League champion unless things hastily change here.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach E.J. Calvo's telling him, hey, we've got, 8 minutes, under 8 minutes to go. We the next few minutes here, we just got to pour it on.
They got to, pull out all the stop, maybe try to bring some pressure, go with maybe more of a defensive lineup. I'm thinking something must be wrong with J.P. Cruz, although I haven't, heard from the medical, but he's not even in the huddle, was sitting down, was stretching out earlier, and I just wonder if it's a case where if a slightly pulled hamstring or something where they don't want to aggravate it. But at this time in the game, I would, J.P. Cruz is one of your weapons.
Game. Yeah,
he's coming in. Okay, he's coming back in. But
so Gino kind of pull him out.
He's been on the bench for quite a while. So we'll see if he's up to 100%. Carl Sanders is not going to back off. He's going to be physical with them. He's going to hound them all over the court. Probably talk to him as well. But JP's out there. Okay, made a nice back cut, just didn't get it. Okay.
Yeah, they're switching. They're switching for JP.
JP's got a clean look. Did he? It almost looked like they got a piece of that, but I guess not. But he had a look, but Divine Cox come out with the hand up. But these KFC guys, is that Christian Torres back? He's back. It looks like he's hobbling. I'm wondering if he taped up the ankle and said, Coach, put me back in. I want a little of this action. Oh, what a play. What a play by Carl Sanders. And then he getting back. Unbelievable hustle. And what do they got? Okay. Carl Sanders almost ended up in our lap. I was bailing out, Frank. You were gonna take that one.
Like, whoa.
But great, just great to see. I know we always talk about the hustle plays and, how we like to play the game back in our day. And
Yep.
it's stuff like that, man, going after every loose ball, getting on the floor.
You're up by 16 and
still doing that.
Still going at it.
Well,
so you got to.
There's no mystery why they're 11-0 and 7 minutes away from making it 12-0. And Coach Barnes hanging another trophy up in the trophy case.
Yep.
They're closing in on it. Just got to see if JP can get going here. Drives. Yes, I don't.
Yeah,
JP is calling for the foul, but they're locked up a little bit right now. This here is Divine Koch really looking for it. Good ball movement. Christian Torres. And back to Francis Ortega. See what he gets. Okay, good defense.
Good defense by Joe Blas.
Good defense. See if you can get JP spotting up. JP for three. Got the friendly roll.
Nice.
Beautiful shot. Got the roll.
13 points there.
Back to 13. That's what they need. We mentioned earlier, get it back to double digits. See what you can do from there.
Almost
exactly, a steal. Exactly what Coach Barnes is saying. You don't want to, stop the ball. And that's why you don't want to stop the ball.
Now, is that 4 or 5 on him?
4 or 5. I don't know, but one of the few times you'll hear Coach Barnes yelling out.
I know.
Carl Sanders had come to a stop with the ball and keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. I know. Let's just at the highest levels of the game over the past 5 years, the Golden State Warriors. Was one of their strong points. One of their forte was all 5 guys would touch the ball sometimes in 5 or 6 seconds. They moved the ball so quick, and then of course they had maybe 2 of the best shooters in the world. Was very hard to stop. I mean, they won 3 championships in 5 years, but at this level, KFC, their ball movement is by far, and it is Vincent Hill East putting a free throw in back to a 15-point, but their ball movement is the best in this league. A lot of teams. We did a lot of games this year with UOG and talked to Coach Holmes, and one of the things he said that they needed to work on was their ball movement. A lot of times it would stagnate. The ball would get one person's hands and never go to anybody else. And there's a bump on Joe Blas, but that's still under non-shooting foul. There's only 2 fouls on her. That was KFC Bombers' 3rd foul, so there's no foul trouble whatsoever here. We're going into the under 6 minutes, and we're still at 16-point game. They got to get it. Yeah, Gino's not really looking for the shot right now. Nice cut. Nice back cut.
Pass.
Good communication between Gino Hahn and Willie Stinnett. Those guys have played a lot of basketball together over the years. Yeah, let's see what we're looking at. Okay. As Coach Barnes said, keep the ball moving. That's 2 passes there out of this possession. Down to 8 seconds. See how Christian's. And nice drive. It looks like perhaps that ankle is maybe not as bad as what he's letting on. And still a 16-point game. Just not able to get it.
Nice pass to Joe.
Joe, another one down to 14. But I almost think KFC's willing to trade baskets at this point. Hey,
they can't. They gotta have.
We'll get R2. You can have your 2. We'll get R2. Just keep the clock moving.
He has to stop.
Keep the clock moving.
And they're doubling him.
They're double. Yeah. If you notice, they're running this. They run this shot clock down to single digits every time.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Christian Torres fadeaway jumper. Let's see what JP can get out of this. But
good pass to Joe.
And another missed layup. Yeah, this could. Nope, not quite. I was going to say if they hit a layup, that could almost be the backbreaker. They like to say the dagger, but they turned it over.
Missed a lot of those, so I mean that easily is a 10-point swing and all those easy misses.
You think of it, 5 missed layups and 5 missed free throws. That's 15 points, and we're sitting here at a 16-point game. They turned it back over. You just can't. It's almost like it seems like Team Gatorade's somewhat conceding and saying, "Okay, well,
Joe Blas isn't.
Joe's still going after, but oh my." What'd they call? I guess possible. I
didn't even hear a
calling
whistle.
this, I didn't hear a
A
whistle.
whistle.
Was that Divine Cox slipped and fell?
Yeah, it looked like he tripped on his foot himself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't see much contact. Possibly his traction give out or something, but
Yep.
yeah, Jay's going from way deep now, and
And Willie knocks it out.
knocked it out. So another team rebound, even though Divine Cox was up there for that board. But, yeah, you're down. By the time this possession's over, we'll be under 4 minutes, and it's still a 16-point game. Team Gatorade come in, put up some fight tonight, but the rebounding just
Yeah, they're not stopping.
hard to
putting on
make
full
up for
court
all
press.
those possessions. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that Team Gatorade has much of a full court press. So just so fundamentally sound for the KFC Bombers. I mean, really
Good double on there. Should be a jump
looked like
ball.
couldn't-
No.
I thought it was going to jump ball, but see the ball movement, the extra pass, and I mean, what a possession.
Carl
They
Sanders.
run the shot clock full. Carl Sanders puts it in, 18-point game, and they always have the old saying
Are
about
they
it's
going to post up Joe?
and there's a run out. And Divine Cox, another easy layup, and it's, well, Frank, I believe this one may be over. Or like they say, all over but the crying, man. But yeah, Joe, another strong drive to the hoop, but too little too late, it appears. KFC, well, I think you said that the plane's probably revved up, the bags are packed. They're going to take that trophy with them, maybe jump right on that C-17 and head to Korea.
Well, good for the Bombers now. They've got this game, under
Well
their
under
belt and
control.
getting
20,
ready for a tournament. So we wish them the best over there, and hopefully they do
that
well.
would be fantastic. See them
It's a really good team here. So
tournament here, and we'll see how. I know earlier in the year talking to the athletic director Doug Palmer, he was mentioning that they're going to try to run a league twice a year here. So, hopefully we see a lot of these guys, whether they're going to run a spring league and a fall league or something like that. We may see a lot of these guys. Carl Sanders again with Divine Cox just
shot rebound.
going to work on the boards. And another rebound, another 2 points. Divine. And who gets back?
Divine
Cox. No, it's I love watching guys like that play. Just relentless.
He scored the basket and the one.
Scored the basket, sprints back, gets the deflection, and hit an offensive rebound. Talk about filling the stat sheet. That's a deflection,
Oh, nice shot by Willie.
Willie Stinnett. Shot from the corner. And that's in bounds. See, I believe it bounced off Gino Hahn's leg.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep.
That one's right in front of us.
Yeah.
Ball tipped off, but
Gino-
these guys
Gino
they're still 17 point. They're still hustling, man.
Yes,
You love to see
they
it.
are.
That's why they're undefeated. I mean, none of this is by accident. Stuff they work on every day. Carl Sanders turned it over. I think Coach Barnes is just wanting
4 on 2.
keep the clock burning right now. Still playing defense. Joe, a good look from outside, just not going. And Irv Jose, another good look from outside.
And that's
And
beautiful.
drains it. We're back to 14-point game. I know we mentioned earlier about the five.
Almost a steal by JP.
5 missed layups, 5 missed free throws. Man, we're talking about a game.
Gatorade is not backing down, even so. They're playing hard.
Christian Torres going back to the line. I think they called the foul on JP Cruz, but at this point, you don't want to see anybody get injured.
Yeah.
You're kind of 2 minutes to go. I mean, I suppose if Tracy McGrady was in the house with his 13 points in the last 38 seconds, possibly. But
Yes.
I don't see Tracy McGrady walking through that door. It would be amazing to. It's a 15-point game now, but 2 minutes to go. Most likely going to be 16. Christian Torres, such a great free throw shooter.
I was Coach Barnes. I'll be pulling some of these guys off and getting them,
And
getting them in the shower.
Another offensive rebound. You kind of wonder if he has some guys on the bench that may want to.
Yep.
They're just really basically running the shot clock, and Christian Torres way deep. Well, the Will Stinnett got it, or it would have been a shot clock violation, but and
Yep. Shooting
it
free
almost
throws.
seems like Divine Cox saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get out of the way," or no, that's not Divine Cox. Who is that?
That's
Vincent Hill. He's still
I
saying,
think they got the foul
"I'm just
on
trying to
Carl
get out of the
Sanders.
way." Oh, did they call it on Carl Sanders?
Yeah, I
okay.
think. No,
Well,
no, they did call it on him.
that's what it appeared on him. You wonder if they got a sub to come in for him, or if they're just going to leave him play it out. Oh, no, they do.
Oh, yeah, they do have a sub on him, so there you go.
Okay, they got a few of their bench. I believe Vincent Hill, East Step, and Divine Cox have played the whole game tonight. And we got number 20 coming, first time off the bench. Let's see who. Will Stinnett with another free throw. Number 20 must have on the white jersey. I think they wear different colors. I don't know who that is. And Will Stinnett back to a 13-point game. And they got Christian Torres over in the corner. Oh, he didn't hit him. They're just going to run out the clock here.
Yeah, oh, they're doubling. They want that turnover.
Man, he almost got it. They called it on the. So he'll be, or no, it's not a.
Nope.
They're not in the bonus yet, so they still got to give up 2 more fouls. But yeah, KFC obviously just, smart basketball, just trying to burn the clock.
Yeah, the clock is
at this point. It's not the points you want. You want to burn the clock. And from Gatorade's point, if they got
almost.
Will Stinnett almost shot that gap. 13 points. Gonna have to get something quick here. And great unselfish play.
Good pass.
All 5 guys touch the ball, results in a layup. And JP, a little runner from 3, got it.
A one-legged runner.
That's JP Cruz, one-leg runner.
Yep. James Harden trying that shot now.
Yeah, the one-leg runner. Well, you can bet, knowing JP, he probably shot 100 of those last night.
Yeah.
It just seems like, this was a 20-point game. This is down to 12, and with JP Cruz and Will Stinnett, those guys.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling they're probably going to have to foul here at some point.
Divine Cox is checking out. And,
number 1, who hit number 1, Reginald Baylor in the game. Oh, let's see. But yeah, it seems like Coach Barnes pretty confident that this one's salted away. The champagne's on ice and the cork ready to pop.
Same thing. We got James Stake.
James Stake, okay. Both teams basically making some wholesale substitution. And well, that's what happens when you're gambling on defense. You're prone to give up that layup. And number 20's got the layup. Will another 3, so oh my, we're down to 11-point game. And we're about to go under. Nope. Oh my. Well, Will Stinnett with a little extra bump, but Matt Grant going to let it go. At this point, this is where, you hope guys, stay classy, sportsmanship.
Exactly.
The
Both
game
sides.
essentially is over. Nothing good comes out. That's, what the common term garbage time, where, okay.
It almost looked like he bumped him, but he was trying to catch him on the way out.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't egregious, but there was some bump in there. And number 22, Francis Ortega, who's probably a 90% free throw shooter. He doesn't miss often. Did I jinx him?
Nope.
Not that time.
Nope.
And 13-point game, a minute to go.
And Carter's coming in for Joe Blas.
Okay, they're clearing the benches.
Well, they got a timeout here. Well, this is the last time, Fred. This year we'll be doing the game. So
championship game, man. Really, all we could have hoped for. I thought it may have been a little closer, but KFC got the 20-point lead, and there's no quit in Team Gatorade. These guys will never quit. But it's just it was sort of the timing of it. When there was a little 6-0 run, 8-0 run at some point there in the third quarter, and it went from a 9-point game to a 17-point game really quick. And
take an opportunity to thank PBS for doing all these games and you know, showing the games live on for the island.
Well, as we've said all year, this is the premier basketball league in Guam. The best talents here. It's only right. PBS, the teamwork that it takes for this stuff. From Mr. Doug Palmer, the AD, Dr. Christ, the
Dr. Christ for
UOG, the president of UOG. PBS, to do this. The sponsors from KFC to Gatorade, the FSAG League put a team in. None of this takes place unless the GBC, the referees, the scores table. I mean, the stats are outstanding on this stuff where we can
see what's going on.
We got it back. And Will's going to be open for another three, and he didn't get that one. Guess it would have made it a little bit interesting. I could have cut it to 10, but Christian Torres, one of the better free throw shooters on KFC, going back to the line. Well, when you're down to 54 seconds. But yeah, just a thoroughly enjoyable experience. My first time really being on this side of the
likewise.
This side of the court. When I was
been a pleasure.
Younger man, out there running up and down the court, and then coaching some. But
exactly.
I'll say watching these guys play seems to be a lot easier. I mean, Coach Calvo and Coach Barnes there, that there's some some stress involved in that. But
on the bank for Christian Torres.
And knowing Christian, he probably called bank on that. Let's see. We'll see if Will can get another good look here. And there's another
shot,
one. It's one of those where you think, man, Will, if you could have had, and going to put Reginald Baylor on the line. It's kind of a tough situation. They just get in the game, and now he's shooting 2 free throws. And is he warmed up? Well, we'll see. We'll see. But KFC appears to going to pull their guys back at this point. You just maybe want to guard the 3-point line. I've been in these situations before where I just told the team, hey, guard the 3-point line, let them shoot the layup they want. Whatever you do, do not foul.
Exactly.
Keep the clock rolling. Let's get away. Let's get something to eat, shower, and get on a plane, I suppose.
Exactly. Yep.
Let's see.
They're
got it. Okay.
He's got one.
Got his name on the scoreboard, or in the scorebook, rather. Yeah. Will's hit 3 3-pointers. Let's see if Irv can knock. Now it's short. See from here. It's going to be a little bit short. And they're going to run some shot clock. Probably take the foul here if that's what they're going to do. And at this point, I don't think Team Gatorade should even foul here.
Let's let it run
13
out.
points. Okay. Well, they give. I don't see number 20 on our stat sheet.
He's the only one that hasn't scored yet for KFC, so it gives him an opportunity to get in the box.
Exactly. Well, it's good to see your name on the box or the box score in the scorebook.
And he's
in there. Push to 109.95. He's just, I see Coach Calvo just calling it off now. No shot. Let's finish it out. Let's get out of here. Team Gatorade and so many of these national team guys, they'll get back to training, getting prepared for the.
This is good. This is good for them to prepare themselves. I mean, obviously they're missing a lot of their.
A lot of the team members for Team Guam are off island. Guys playing overseas. Ty Wesley, Curtis Washington. So they'll get back to the Wesley brothers, I think.
And I'm looking forward to Ernest Ross coming to Guam and playing. You guys are going to love
he's
a
big time
awesome player.
All right, that's it.
110 and 97.
110-97, a 13-point win. The KFC Bombers salted away. Almost all we could have asked for. Thought it might have been a little bit closer. It's tightened up through 3 quarters, and the KFC rebounding, I believe, through 3 quarters was 45-24, and the shooting. I think if Team Gatorade would have had to shoot 60% from the 3-point line to make up for that, and they didn't,
and make all those easy shots that came through.
So
that fell through.
great basketball. I mean, what a league they've put on. I don't know that we're necessarily going to announce a player of the game, but if they did, Revis Henderson had an unbelievable
awesome
game for the
Yep.
the young fella from Inaraha.
And I'm sure if you look at the stats once they come on in, oh, here they are.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here with. He had 28 points.
Did he end with 28?
And a game high
his high
28
for the year.
points. Francis Ortega had 25, 17 by Christian Torres. Then we had 14 by
did Vincent Hill
Vincent
or Divine
Estep,
Cox?
yep,
Those
exactly.
two are constantly in double figures, average double figures. So,
And then as far as rebounds, they ended up with, what is it, 58 rebounds?
58 rebounds.
58 total rebounds.
That's just relentless on the glass. All 5 guys on the floor constantly going after
18
it.
offensive rebounds. 40,
18. Those are extra possessions. So.
Yep. And for Gatorade, obviously led by J.P. Cruz with 20. No, hang on, who had 32? That's Willie Stinnett.
Did Willie hit 3 3-pointers there towards the end of the game, so he ended with 32.
32 and 25 for J.P. Cruz.
Well, J.P. had 20 at halftime, and he missed a large portion of the second half.
Looked like he was
it appeared that maybe a hamstring or something, so that hurt Team Gatorade.
Joe Bloss had 20.
Okay, well, those are your big 3, Joe, Willie, and J.P., and then after that, they just didn't get a whole lot of not much production from the role players. So
exactly.
But Coach Barnes and the team over there accepting the championship trophy of the UOG Tritons men's basketball winter league, or I guess this started in the fall.
Yes.
we're I mean, I don't know, how far are we from Christmas, Frank? Have you started your shopping?
Oh
yet?
yes, I have. So,
but no, what a outstanding league. We look forward to hopefully working with PBS again and all the sponsors and. Mr. Palmer, the athletic director, and all the personnel of UOG, Alonica, who's helped us out all year.
Thank you, Alonica, yes.
But, no, what a fantastic year, and I'm sure hopefully, I'll be back if PBS is willing to, to give me again. But,
nice.
What an enjoyable experience.
And we've got the Women's League coming up next, I believe, right?
Women's League is in January, I believe. So hopefully, we can do this again on the women's side.
And let's look forward to Boys High School coming up on January 6th, right?
Boys High School, the GSPN tournament's coming up tomorrow night right here at UOG.
Here.
The semifinals for the IIAAG Girls League is coming up. And then
St. John's.
St. John's plays St. Paul at 5:30 tomorrow.
Yep.
And immediately following that is Academy versus Ukadu. So we'll know that the 2 teams will advance to the finals on a Saturday night right here at the UOG Fieldhouse as well.
Back here again tomorrow.
A lot of basketball coming up. Holiday season coming up.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Wish
out there.
everybody a Merry Christmas, and we will. Okay, we will see you later.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Good night.
Good night.
They say there are 2 kinds of people in this world. Those who find themselves and those who create themselves. Are you looking for purpose or deciding it for yourself? Will you plunge waiting for someone to catch you? Or will you jump and build your wings on the way down? Seek a path or carve a path. Wait for the future or build it. What is a school but a set of walls waiting for greatness? And who are you but someone destined to achieve it? Here, between the street and the jungle, against time and tide, we push and pull just like the currents. Our ocean of dreams will meet the odds ahead and rise above it all.